My name is Nolan Chock. I'm the Bid and Design Director for Kinetic IT, who are a physical IT company, and we support a lot of data centers in their physical infrastructure. So, to be quite honest, when I left school, I went to university for a year doing something in finance, but at that stage, it didn't. It wasn't for me, so I ended up dropping out in my first year. And ever since then, it's been something that's been niggling in the back of my head that really, I want to get a academic qualification. So when I came across this master's program, designed around the field that I work in, I thought this is really perfect, and this is for me really. I know there are a lot of other sort of data center courses out there, and very good courses, but I wanted something a bit more that was a bit more substantial to get my teeth into. So that's what initially really attracted me to it. And another thing as well was the topics that the program covers. Things like leadership and human resource management and things like that. They are, I think, particularly in the data center world, you can get quite caught up in all the technical aspects of data centers. But I think looking at other topics to improve strategic capabilities was really a good thing, and that also really piqued my interest in it. So balancing the program alongside other life and work commitments is not easy. It is a big commitment to do that. But what I found was, making sure that you've got a structure in place each week to set time aside, whether it's in the evenings or on the weekends. That really helps. And if you've got a set schedule, that it really helps out, because otherwise you can get quite overwhelmed with the pace of it. But also, having said that, for the semesters that the course runs for, they are very intensive, but for, I suppose, for quite a short time, because the summer break is quite long, so it's not like you're going at it all year. But yeah, it is really it is quite tricky, and I know, especially with the intensity of working in a critical environment, it can be really difficult. So for me, the distance learning was quite beneficial, because I think, because of what I was saying earlier about that commitment and the time. I think if you had to also find time to go to class, I think that would make it really difficult. So having the distance learning was for me quite good, because you could log in whenever you wanted to. If you've got a spare hour or 2 hours or something, you can quite easily catch up on work and do the reading. Also, obviously the library is all online, so all your resources are there, for you to reference and look back at. So yeah, I thought it was really good. And then obviously the tutorials and that, there's live sessions that give you a chance to interact with your tutors and ask questions, and with your fellow learners as well. So that was good. So for me, the value really has been in a way of thinking that probably I didn't really know about before. So when I say the thinking, it's critical thinking and evaluating arguments and being able to make a case for and against certain things. So professionally, that's and I suppose in life in general, it's just sort of opened that avenue and way of thinking up for me. So that's really the biggest takeaway for me in terms of developing a style of thinking. Another thing as well is sort of just like email writing and report writing. It's something that you take for granted that people can just do, but actually, my colleagues have commented on that and said, actually, my writing has improved in those aspects. So I think that's all the skills that I've gained through the program. dare I say, my favorite part was actually the research project. It really pushed me out of my comfort zone, I think. Especially conducting interviews, gathering the research, or the data, and then analyzing that. My topic was a topic that really is not really a common one in sort of the data center space. So it was quite interesting for me to sort of talk to people and get their aspects on that, and hopefully I'm going to sort of turn that research into some articles as well, and get that out through my company as well. Advice to anybody would be, if you really want to grow your skills and develop your way of thinking and grow professionally in other areas that are not so technical, then definitely this is the course for you. And also to be backed up with a master's degree at the end of it is definitely worthwhile. The only thing I'd say is it is obviously a big commitment, and I think you have to be quite sure at the start of it that you are committed for the full 3-year period and can balance work, life, family, all the other stuff that goes around it with it. But yeah, it is definitely worth doing.